Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Bama State Recap Show. We are here live on this Sunday evening. Hope everybody's had a great weekend thus far. I'm your host, JB, also the host of the Black and Gold Show that you watch on this very channel every Wednesday night. And this show is dedicated to Bama State football, as you all may know. Thank you guys for joining, man. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great recap. I got a lot to talk about. So y'all tap in. We are live here tonight. I already see my people in the chat. Shouts out. San Quinetta in the chat. My guy TJ, what's up with your partner? Hey, man, y'all come on in here, man. It's going to be a great show. I see my regulars already in the chat. Hornet Sam, what's up with you, my boy? So we going to get on with it, man. I know people been hitting me up about the game yesterday. So y'all know to tune in tonight, man. Y'all know we got the goods tonight, right? Bama State coming off a good victory. And now it's business as usual. But before we get started, make sure y'all do these three things I ask you to do each and every week. First of all, please hit the like button, whether you're watching this live right now or you're watching the replay. We really need you to hit the like button. Get us in the algorithm with all the other HBCU content. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already, and share this to your people. That's all we ask you to do, man, each and every week. Now let's get to the sponsors as we do every show. This whole network is sponsored by Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz. If you're in the market for a new Benz or any pre-owned vehicle, visit them at 217 Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, Alabama, or you can visit the inventory at jackingrammercedes.com. Proud sponsor of the Sports Talking with JB Podcast Network. And we are also sponsored by your favorite apparel brand, especially for Bama State and pretty much all HBCU brands, the Yard Apparel brand. Go to the Yard, man. We got a big game coming up this Saturday at home, back at ASU Stadium, back on the Yard. So you need to go to the yardapparelbrand.com. Get you some gear if you haven't already. It's getting a little chilly outside, so we got sweaters and cardigans available as well. Just go visit, and you will see the inventory. You will see the selection at the yardapparelbrand.com. Now, tips and donations also greatly appreciated. Right there at the cash out, man. Support the show. Support what we got going on over here at the Black and Gold Show, as well as the Bama State Recap Show every Sunday after the game. So you can also leave your tips and donations as well. Future Star ENT on the Cash App. What's up with you, Alvin Mo? What's going on with you, my partner? Now, speaking of tips and donations, I want my guy from PV, my PV fan who was in here. Hey, in the words of Coach Washington, tell the PV fans to bring money to the ASU NIL fund right there. Hey, there you go. Check this out. We scored 31 points. Let me get this off the screen. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I want y'all to see what we got going on. All right. So we scored 31 points. We had a guy on the Black and Gold show on Wednesday that said, and we made a bet, right? So if PV would have won, we would have had to donate our money this week to their foundation. But as you can see, Bama State got the dub. So we're going to donate our money to Bama State once again. So everybody watching, if you could please donate $31 to the Bama State NIL fund right there for your points giving challenge this week. You got until Friday. You can scan the QR code, or you can text SWARM as 1 to 71777, and they'll get you locked in. I just had to put that out there, man, in the atmosphere because, as y'all know, man, guy came on here last week. I want him to come back. And donate us to donate your money from PV to all Bama State NIL for sure. I hope he show up, man. I hope he show up. But anyway, and Alvin, you know what I'm talking about. We told him to come back on Sunday, right? We told him to come back on Sunday. But we got a lot to talk about tonight, man. Before we get going, I actually got some updates. I want to give y'all. Let me get back to my big screen first of all. All right, so a lot went down yesterday, including the game. All-star quarterback Andrew Body went down after he scored a touchdown to tie the ball game 21-21. Late second quarter, he went down with an injury. As saw on the broadcast, he was clenching his fists and ran to the medical tent to seek medical attention. And he stayed in the medical tent for a long time, right? All right, so the update I have right now is that from a very reliable source that Andrew will be fine. That's what I have right now. From a very reliable source, Andrew will be okay. But in the words of Coach Eddie Robb, we're going to get further evaluations, and that will be on tomorrow. And I want to go ahead and shout out this guy right here. Let me get on the other screen right now. And I want to shout out. Let me find this. I think I posted it on here. Here we go. Shouts out to Kyle T. Mosley, by the way. Very credible reporter over there at HBCU Legends for Sports Illustrated. He was at the game yesterday. Very cool guy. You know what I'm saying? I met him a few weeks back. But give him a follow. If you're on X, give him a follow. Go subscribe to HBCU Legends on the YouTube channel. They do great work. So this is what it's a great article he has right now. How Bama State will adjust without Body. And so we are preparing. From my understanding, I mean, I have not talked to Coach E-Rob, have not talked to anybody yet. But from what Coach E-Rob said in the presser yesterday, is that Smoot will be ready to go. So that's pretty much telling me that upcoming week, we're going to get Smoot prepared to start for the game against TSU if Body can't go. But we're going to get better clarification on the Andrew Body injury this week, tomorrow, and especially on Wednesday at the press conference where I will be there Wednesday morning. And Wednesday night on the show, you will get a more extensive update on Andrew Body from me right here on Wednesday night. But as of right now, go check out this article by Kyle T. Mosley right there. Go check him out. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys right there, man. We just hoping for the best, with Andrew Body. Good kid, great kid, man. I love me some Andrew Body. As you guys know, hey, people in the ASU group will take my hand all night. Andrews. It's Andrew Body. Hey, man, you know how it is. But yeah, God is definitely good. Andrew will be fine for sure. And I'm in good spirits. It didn't look good because he was in the medical tent for so long. But like I say, I got straight from the source that he will be fine. That's what I got. Now, before we move forward to talk about the game, I want you guys to meet this young man right here. Get to know quarterback T-Shawn Smoot, who came in the game for Andrew Body and sealed the deal. He played cleanup role yesterday and finished the game out strong in the second half, and we won the game. He's got into action this season. He's played mostly at the end of the games, got in the Madison City Classic in the fourth quarter, and you probably have seen him on the field quite a few times after Bama State has put BTA on opponents. But T-Shawn Smoot transferred in, man, from Jacksonville State, and he's from the Ohio area, right? His dad, Conley Smoot, shouts out to Coach Smoot, is a coach over there in Ohio. This kid was one of the great players in Ohio high school, right? So he has all the pedigree, former 3-star recruit coming out of high school. Like I say, son of a coach. So he will be very well prepared for what's ahead. So in Smoot, we trust if Body can't go. And I saw the kid in the spring, by the way, and I was like, this kid got something, right? He's got something, a lot of potential. And in my initial evaluation of Smoot, like I say in the spring, leading into the summer, I was like, man, he has a lot of potentials, untapped, right? So you can tell he was well groomed. You can tell that, and you can tell that he will be ready for the moment. And the offensive coordinator, I got to give him props. He will get everything going, and we will have something ready if Body can't go, and we got to ride with Smoot. I trust him, right? I trust what we have going. You got to trust the process. Just like Coach E. Rob always say, you got to win today, right? You got to win each day. So you guys take a look at him. Number 8, he's the quarterback, T-Shawn Smoot, and he will be ready to go if Andrew Body is not ready to go this upcoming week. So I just wanted you guys to get to know T-Shawn Smoot right there, man. Great kid, by the way. I've met him, dapped him up a few times. Hope to get to talk to him in depth real soon. Now let's get to the game at hand. Oh, wait a minute. Before we do that, let me show y'all these scores, man. Show y'all these scores from yesterday, right? Matter of fact, hold on. Let's focus on this right here, just for 1 second. Just for 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Now, fam, y'all should be shaming y'allself. Y'all had one job. Y'all had us being Rattler fans for one night, right? And you let Jackson come in there and brag and put BTA on y'all ass. Now, that ain't even right. You let a freshman quarterback come in there and you see the score. You see the final score. It was 10-3 at halftime, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It was 10-3. And I was like, uh-oh, we got us a slug. We got us a dog fight. And look at what happened. Come on, fam. Now, if Cozy, now, for all my fans out there, and I said this last week, I was like, I ain't got no problem, fam. I felt like, okay, this was a moment for them to kind of right the wrong here. Save the season a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. It's like, I was kind of trying to keep track of it. But then when I saw it get out of hand, I was like, man, ain't no way fam let these boys come in here. But I'm not going to harp on it too much. Alvin, did you watch the whole game? Man, listen here, man. So we can't really control. We only can control what we control, y'all. So we can't even worry about that. But I just had to put it out there, man. And back to the scores real quick. Alcorn. I be calling them Alcorn. It's Alcorn. Shouts out to Sanquinetta. Get me right, Sanquinetta. It's Alcorn. 33-14 on TSU. They put BTA on TSU. Wow. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't expecting that, And Southern got beat down. Look at Southern, man. Southern is so sad. Boy. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. But anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about what we did yesterday. But look at this. Now, this particular picture came from somebody on Twitter who posted this, and they actually said that PV, y'all should be ashamed of y'all damn self. Look at this crowd. Look at the crowd. After head coach Tremaine Jackson did all he could do to get behinds in the seats, he bought tickets. He did all he could do. And this is what y'all come up with for the biggest game of the week. Game of the year part 2, quote unquote, that I was out there putting this, spewing this propaganda out all week. I even told E-Rob on Thursday, people been calling this game of the year part 2. He laughed at me because he already knew. What was going to happen. We going to get to the stadium, and there's going to be 15 people there. Come on, PV. Y'all in Houston, Texas, one of the biggest cities in the world, right? I understand you got TSU in the city too, but come on, man. Y'all ain't got more fans than this. Matter of fact, well, let me see. What was the final count? I think it was like 5,900 people in attendance. I think it was like 59 other people in attendance. But just looking at that, I mean, I know that's half of the stadium, but it wasn't much better on the other half, right? I just had to say, man, come on, bro. Y'all should have did better than that. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about this dub right now. Bama State defeats Prairie View 31-28, man. The Hornets survived, right? We actually came back, took the lead, and didn't relinquish the lead. And we stood on business, man. We stood on business. Like the kids would say, walk in your trap, take over your trap. That's what the kids would say. And I thought PV had the best defense in the SWAC. That's all I heard last week. That's what I thought. I thought Bama State wasn't going to be able to score 30 points. And I told everybody, we scoring at least 30. At least 30. Now, they gave me 28. I'm kind of surprised. I thought they wouldn't get no more than 21. But you score a late touchdown. You try to come back, but you fail. And you lost. So it's no excuses. We were down our starting quarterback. And we still won the game. We still won. You had Cam Peters out there giving us gifts. You gave us gifts. Matter of fact, let's break this thing down. Let's break this thing all the way down for it. If you didn't watch the game, it was on SWAC TV. I was knee deep in the game watching it. You know, only the second time I had to watch the game on TV because I wasn't there. I've been at all the games except this one in the Southern game. So those are the only two I've watched on TV. I will be at all the rest of them. So I took notes actually while watching the game, like I was in the press box. I took notes like I was in the press box while I watched the game. You know, it's creature of habit, right? But let me go ahead and pull up. Let me see what I can pull up for y'all real quick. All right, let's pull this up right here. So this is just the breakdown. And I'm going to read it off too. And we're not even going to go real deep into it. But they jumped out early to a 14-0 lead, by the way. Got the ball, went straight down the field, and scored. And I was like, uh-oh, Bama State, y'all got to do better than this. They ran straight down the field on us, 10-play, 65 yards in 4 minutes. The running back, Chase Bigman, you know, he scored a touchdown on the 2-yard line. But he got the majority of the carries on that drive, 55 yards on the ground. And PV goes up 7-0. First drive by Bama State, you know, Andrew Body ran 15 yards, had a 9-yard run by Holtzclaw, another 6-yard run. Then Andrew fumbled the ball on that first possession, turned the ball over at midfield. So PV gets the ball back in decent field position. They go down the field. You get a 6-yard run by Lamego McDowell, 8-yard reception by Trayvon Jones. Offense started running some tempo. Converted a 4th down, and Cam Peters throws a 19-yard touchdown to Rodney Ojo. All right, so it's 14-0 right there. Bama State next drive. This is a key drive of the game. This is the drive that kind of made me feel better about how the game was going to go. Couple runs by Body, a big 45-yard deep ball connection to Jalen Jones. Pretty pass by Andrew. Hit Jalen Jones right there in stride as he ran past 2 defenders. Great play. And it set us up on the goal line, and Body ran in for a 7-yard touchdown. So I tagged that as a key drive. It's first quarter. We can't let the game get away, right? So now it's 14-7 PV in the first. And that's the end of the first quarter. During that first quarter, Prairie View had 95 yards rushing. So they was looking to establish a running game. And that was one of the keys to victory, by the way, that if PV had a chance to win this game, they had to establish a running game. That was very key. And I would give them props. They did that in the first quarter. Second quarter, PV got the ball. PV has possession. Now, they get the ball. Bama State had them on a 3rd and 12 on the goal line. And Cam Peters hits Andre Dennis for a 12-yard touchdown. They're up 14-7. Feeling good about themselves. They got a nice little lead, right? So, the next drive, Shots out to Nehemiah Hickson. Nehemiah Hickson got the kickoff and ran it for 63 yards, put us in great position. Great position. We started the drive at the 20-yard line. Got a few runs. Then Marcus Harris runs in untouched for a 7-yard touchdown. Now it's 21-14 PV. Next possession, Bama State finally gets them off the field on the 3 and out. They punt the ball. This is where we tie the game up. This is the drive that Andrew Body gets injured, but we had a 44-yard run from Holmes Claw. Nice pass from Body to Derek Harden, tight end. Then Andrew runs, tough 4 yards. He extends the ball and scores a touchdown. Now, when he fell, it didn't look like it was hard to see what he hurt, right? But I know since he extended the ball, it had to be either shoulder, elbow, or hand. And I thought somebody stepped on his hand because he was clutching his fist and he was looking at it. He showed Marcus Harris. And then he ran over to the sideline and then into the medical tent. And we didn't see Andrew until after halftime where he comes out with his arm in a sling and he don't have his jersey on. So that's what is, you could say it's an upper body injury, either the shoulder, arm, elbow, something of that nature, right? But like I mentioned earlier, we will find out more and we will have a more extensive report for you guys on Wednesday. Now it's halftime. It's 21-21. But a big play that happened before halftime, Cam Peters was intercepted by Denzel Johnson. PV was driving down the field. This was a very key interception because they were driving down the field. Cam Peters ran for like a big 30-yard gain. They were on like a 2-minute drive. Third down conversion. He hit Rockwell for 9 yards. And then Denzel Johnson tipped the ball and picked it off. And we take a knee and we go into halftime. So remember that play because that stopped them from getting points. They could have kicked the field goal. They could have scored a touchdown. But Denzel Johnson, number 18, tipped the ball, picked it off, and we go into halftime tied up. Very key point in the game. We're going to get back to Denzel Johnson late in the game. So it's halftime. Body's out for the game, as we know now. And Bama State gets the ball. We get the ball coming out of halftime. Few big runs by Jamar Holesclaw. We got T-Shawn Smoot in the game at quarterback. He threw a perfect pass to Asa Gregg in the end zone. Asa Gregg's jersey was pulled in plain sight of the referee. He almost caught the ball, but he only had one arm to extend because the defender had his other arm. No flag to be found. At this point, I'm like, are these refs blind? Because I know damn well if everybody watching the game on TV saw it, if the announcer saw it, you know what I'm talking about, Hornet Sam? If everybody saw a handful of jersey, it was stretched out like this. And no flag. That could have been 7 points right there. But it's neither here nor there now. We had to settle for a field goal. 37-yard field goal was good. And we take the lead 24-21. Next drive by PV. We get the ball right back. Shots out to number 44, Dedrick Jones. Big man interception. He tips the ball. Well, the ball was tipped up in the air. I can't remember who tipped it, but it was tipped up in the air. Big Dedrick Jones caught the ball with his bicep like this. He caught it with his bicep. And he took off running, right? He took off running, got a few yards. I thought he was going to make a big man run at it. But at the end of the day, it's another interception. So that's Cam Peters got 2 interceptions right there at this point. Next possession for Bama State, 4-yard run by Kirkendale, 8-yard pass by Smoot to Harden, 5-yard run by Holesclaw, 9-yard pass to Jalen Jones, and then a 2-yard touchdown run by Marcus Harris on the goal line. Bama State goes up 31-21. At this moment, I'm feeling really good, right? Feeling really good about our chance. All we have to do is play clean. Just play clean. Shouts out to this Go Tiger. Must be a JSU guy in the chat. Shouts out to you, my boy Jeffrey. We just recapping this Bama State PV game. Now, next drive, man. PV had it going. 12-yard run by Bigman, 8-yard reception by Rockwell, 4-yard run by McDowell. They actually messed this drive up for themselves. They had a 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty on this drive. Set them back. Then we got pressure on the quarterback. Shots out to Cam Gordon. He sacked the quarterback by slapping him on top of the helmet. He slapped him on top of the helmet and knocked him down. Because he was getting held as well to the SWAC refs. No, got to put this comment back on him. My guy, Big Cam Gordon, was getting held by the collar and still hit the quarterback on top of the head and knocked him down. He's a big guy, about 370 pounds, I think they said on the TV broadcast. So he hit him with some force and knocked him on his behind. But that was a big 8-yard loss. Kind of turned the drive around, forced them for a punt. Then Bama State gets the ball. We go 3 and out. So at this point, it's 31-21, end of the third quarter. We go into the fourth quarter. But PV gets a drive going, right? They get a drive. Big 30-yard reception by Andre Dennis. 16-yard run by Peters. Another 11-yard run by Peters. At this point, Cameron Peters was getting some runs, right? He was just kind of taking things into his own hands. But they did score a touchdown on that drive. 29-yard touchdown pass to Rodney Ojo. And now it's 31-28. 31-28, 6 minutes left. We got a game. It's real tight. All Bama State has to do now is close. So on this drive right here, last drive for Bama State, we get the ball. It's 3rd and 1. We didn't get anything. 4th and 1. We got the ball at midfield. Me, personally, I would have went for it, right? Because we were running the ball very well. I'm sure we could have got that 1 yard and just chew some more clock and finish this thing off. But give Coach E-Rob all the props. He's the head coach. And my guy Chris Gerard, we had the same sentiments, right? Just gonna go for the first down, try to end the game. Don't give them a chance. But I kind of see we have a backup quarterback in here. We've been stopped on 3 and outs like 3 times in the second half. If they stop us right here in midfield, they get pretty much a chance to go down with like 3 minutes left in the ball game and win the ball game. Because at the time, it was 3 minutes and 39 seconds left in the game. We punt. It was a good punt, but we didn't down the punt in between the 20. So it rolls in the back of the end zone, and they get the ball on the 20. Now, this is the last drive of the game, and you got to give our defense some credit, right? Because they were moving the ball. 5-yard run by Bigman, 20-yard scramble by Cam Peters, 12-yard catch by Rockwell, 8-yard run by Bigman, 2-yard run for a first down. Now, at this particular point, they're in a good position. They're on like the 30, I want to say the 30-yard line, right? In scoring position. So all they need is a field goal. But this is the biggest play of the game. Denzel Johnson gets a big 5-yard tackle for loss on 3rd down, right? No, on 2nd down. And it set them back. So they had 3rd and 15 because Denzel Johnson, he read the play. They did some kind of, they handed the ball off, but he got back there so fast and broke it up, the play never really got going. So major props to Denzel Johnson for that. That was a very crucial play right there. Then the very next play, we got pressure on Peters, forced the incompletion. Now it's 4th and 15 with 31 seconds. They have no more timeouts. You have to get 15 yards or the game is over. So they go out there, trot the kicker out for a 53-yard field goal, and it was no good. Not even close, right? But let's say if they would have got an extra 5-10 yards, maybe he would have made the kick. So that big play by Denzel Johnson, the tackle for loss, put them out of field goal range. And, I mean, even if your kicker, you don't really trust your kicker to make a 53-yarder, but you got to put him out there, man. You at 4th and 15. I mean, you got to put him out there. The game's a 3-point game, not a 4-point game. So you got to at least give them a chance. The defense definitely stepped up. Definitely stepped up. Big play, big time. And I didn't even mention the 2 interceptions by DeAndre Morris, right? DeAndre Morris got 2 interceptions. And bad passes by Cam Peters. He just threw the ball off his back foot into like double and triple coverage. But shouts out to DeAndre Morris for tracking that ball down, man. He's a ball hawk. I really like the kid. Transfer from Kennesaw State. 2 big interceptions. So yeah, they did. Let me see what Hornacek got to say. It was 4th and 1 on the PV 40. Yeah, thought we could have went for that. Exactly. We thought we could have went for that. And just like Alvin say, if Body was in the game, I'm pretty sure we would have went for it. I'm pretty sure. But like I say, Bago quarterback. We had to punt 3 times in the second half. So I feel it. I feel it. Shouts out to Grace Skull 5. Second string, it did step up. Yeah, I believe Body will come back, but we'll have more information on Body on Wednesday. Where's our kids' money? That is a big question right there. We need answers, Alvin. We really need answers for sure. So that's the breakdown of the game. What else I got for you guys? I got something else. Hold on. All right, I want to look at this too. So my offensive player of the game, I will give it to Jamar Holesclaw, man. Jamar Holesclaw had 127 yards on the ground. He was the workhorse yesterday. 21 carries. Marcus Harris had the 2 touchdowns. But Jamar Holesclaw was toting the ball yesterday, man. He really was. So I got to give him offensive player of the game. Defensive player of the game, I got to go Denzel Johnson, man. 11 tackles. He had the big interception to close out the first half to stop them from getting points. And he had the big tackle for loss to push the field goal back. So I got to give Denzel Johnson all props. He made the 2 biggest defensive plays of the game. So he's my defensive player of the game. Now, looking at the stats right here, team stats. If you look at team stats, you would have thought PV won the game. You would have thought PV won the game. More first downs. The third down efficiency, fourth down efficiency was great. More total yards. You're looking at that. But the 4 turnovers, right? 4 interceptions. You cannot beat anybody. And I think Coach Jackson said that it's hard to beat somebody when you turn the ball over 4 times, right? It's hard to beat somebody when you turning the ball over 4 times. And 2 of those were very crucial moments. Very crucial interceptions right there by Peters, man. I mean, he played okay. He didn't play bad, so to speak, because if you're looking at, 3 touchdown passes, he had 106 yards on the ground, 189 in the air, but he wasn't very efficient, and he had the 4 picks. So, you can't turn the ball over like that, Cam Peters. You can't. And that pretty much cost them the game because just looking at box score and, far as what they did, you could think, oh, we can win with this. We held Bama State to 31 points, but you didn't score enough, right? You didn't score enough. So that's it for PV. They still control their own destiny in the West, by the way. Bama State still needs Jackson State to lose a game. We still need to win out. But let the chips fall where they may, ladies and gentlemen. We can only control what we can control. Just like Coach E-Rod say, man, we got to win today. We can't worry about what another team is doing. We have to control what we can control and do what we need to do to get ready for the next game. Which is the next game is this Saturday. We're at home, by the way. Let me pull that up for y'all. We are at home. Feels like another homecoming for Bama State because we hadn't been at home since homecoming, right? Since October 4th. We were Madison City Classic, and then, we go on the road. Now look at us. November 8th, this Saturday, 2 p.m., ASU Stadium. Wear your camouflage, right? Wear your camouflage gear. This is going to be the Athletics Hall of Fame game. We're going to do something for the first responders and things like that. You know, it should be a great weekend. Should be a great weekend for ball, right? We think BC going to trip up? Yeah, I think BC is going to trip up JSU. You know, so, you know, we're going to have to be Wildcat fans on that day. But at the same time, as fans, we can root for JSU to lose a game because guess what? The only chance Bama State has to go to the SWAC championship is for JSU to lose another game. We have to win out, though, right? We have to win out. We have to take care of our business first. But, yeah, those the rest of the home games, man. You know, we got TSU. Then we got the Western game. We play Pine Bluff. Then we got Turkey Day Classic. So, 3 chances to see the Hornets in the Gump for the rest of the season. Hopefully, we get a SWAC championship, but that's neither here nor there. We will host the SWAC championship if we win out and Jackson State loses another game, by the way, for the simple fact that we beat PV on yesterday. So, PV cannot host the SWAC championship game. And to be honest, y'all, on the real, who wants to come to a SWAC championship game when it's looking like this in PV? Who wants to come to a SWAC championship game where it's looking like a JV game, a JV football game? I've seen more fans at Crampton Bowl for high school football than this. Come on, man. I seen more fans at the Pee Wee game, man. At the Pee Wee game than this right here. To be honest, man. You know, it's sad though. It's sad to see. What's up with you? What's good with your day, see, man? It's really sad, ain't it, man? They could have showed up, man, for Coach T-Jack. They could have showed up for T-Jack. He begged them people to come. Make that man look crazy. Yeah. But it's all good. I just, you know, Bama State, y'all show up. I'm just worried about Bama State. Y'all show up this week, man. And make sure y'all give y'all $31 for the points giving challenge. I didn't see my PV people in the chat tonight. Hopefully they'll watch the replay. And hopefully they will do the right thing. Right? So give you $31, man. I gave my 50, what was it? 52? 56. I gave my 56 last week. I'm going to get my 31 this week. You know, we're going to keep this thing rolling, right? And Bama State has yet to score less than 30 points on the season. Hey, man, check this out, man. Hey, where you get the Alvin is tripping. They treating Coach like his name Freddie Jackson. Come on, Alvin. Stall them out. Stall them out, Alvin. They treat T-Jack like he Freddie Jackson or somebody. Hey, I'm going to sleep good tonight, y'all. Another win by ASU. Another win for the good guys. And I'm going to sleep good tonight, man. I really appreciate everybody for watching this show. You know. I really do appreciate everybody for watching this show. Yeah, for sure. Students didn't even show up to the game, bro. That's sad. That's sad. Hey, shouts out to everybody at PV, though, man. It's some good folks over there, man. My guy Lionel, PV versus everybody. Shouts out to them. I was on their show last week. I know some of y'all, I know some PV fans are going to watch this replay. I know they are. And sorry, but not sorry. Y'all should have showed up yesterday for your team. We coming to Port City. Hornet saying we going to be there, baby. You know JB going to be there. You know I'm there. That's in 2 weeks. So, with all that being said, man, tips and donation greatly appreciated for the channel right here, man, on the Cash App. As y'all know what we do on Wednesday nights. Y'all know what we do on Wednesday nights. Black and Gold Show. We'll be back live this Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Time. Don't be late. We're going to have Andrew Body injury update, more extensive update on Andrew Body. Who knows? I might have a special guest. And we're going to preview Bama State versus Texas Southern game coming up this Saturday for the home team at home. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and share this out to your folks, man. I'm about to get out of here. This your boy JB. Thank you guys for watching the Black and Gold Bama State recap show. And tune in this Wednesday for the Black and Gold show. As always, I appreciate everybody for watching. Y'all be blessed and have a good night.